The following is an exploration of personal horror created in real time. There will be mentions of physical and psychological violence and its repercussions, sexual themes, and strong language. There may be sounds that can fall under the umbrella of mimetophobia, retching and vomiting, and sounds of gore. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 6 of our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, London by Night. Why are you invisible? Why have you done this to me?
Why are they invisible? Good question.
Exactly.
Obfuscate.
Lester learned obfuscate.
And apparently so did Iskra.
There we go. Welcome, everybody, to episode 6 of our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicles, London by Night. We are here after a period of downtime is rolling to a close, and the full moon is rapidly approaching. Our party has several little pots on the fire, trying to learn greater control over the spiritual world or over themselves, training over their bestial natures. Meanwhile, others among the coterie are preparing for a party of their own. Special event going on among the Camarilla, hosted by Prince Anne. We are joined today. Do you just want to go through?
We are joined by me, Fawkes. I am playing Conrad, our local doctor, Lamia, and possible, or rather certain, cultist.
What does Conrad desire today?
Conrad desires the same thing as desired last time. He desires to resolve the matter of Iskra's Wraith. Or rather, the Wraith in Iskra's Haven.
I'm Kuma, I'm playing Lester, and his desire again is to feed off someone intoxicated, since that's something he has never really experienced.
I am Malenia. I am playing Franceska. What she desires today is to feed from somebody with an intense or stronger melancholic resonance.
I'm Zoja. I'm playing Iskra, our premier witch, who desires nothing else but to talk to her sire.
Excellent. And as always, I am your storyteller tonight, Zoxzix. Okay, so where we left off, some people had started some investigations and trying to get hold of allies within the Camarilla in advance of this party. We also had a few things that people wanted to take care of before the downtime ended. I know Conrad had used most of his time deep in training. That Lester certainly had a couple of things left on his list. So where would we find Lester tonight?
If it's not the night of the Camarilla party, he will possibly be at Iskra's tattoo parlor, just working the evening away as long as she needs him, and just teaching Jacob the ropes while there are no kine in his side. He will talk to him about vampire stuff, teach him what he himself knows or thinks he knows, with the confidence of someone that really thinks he knows stuff.
So you can eat animals and like corpses and things?
I actually can. I've seen friends of our coterie members who are quite disgusted by that, and I don't think they can, even if they wanted. But yeah, Conrad and me totally can. And it hurts no one if the blood of corpses is gone. I mean, if they get burned or buried, no one needs their blood. And it leaves no trace.
Like you say, the others just don't like it?
I think they just don't like it, but I'm pretty sure they just want living blood. Which can also be fine if the other part gives its consent. I mean, I told you, just say you're into blood play and suddenly the doors are open.
I guess. Yeah, I've been so. I mean, like, you've got the rabbits and stuff, and that's real helpful. But yeah, I've just been so worried about hurting more people.
You have to know if you feed off someone, they will forget a certain time before and after it, so they won't remember you hurt them. It's a gray zone, but it's better than literally hunting them down in some weird dark ass alley and just leaving them there.
Thank you, Lester. I don't know how much it means to have someone who's actually willing to explain these things.
It's fine. I also didn't have that for the longest time until Iskra came around. We met by chance. And she was just so much of a help. I learned so much from her. And if I hadn't had her, I would be a different person. Undead. Kindred. You know what I mean.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that you found good people.
Yeah, you were a bit unlucky. But I will try to remedy it the best I can and help you. Help you further, as long as you need my help.
Thank you, Lester.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate it. So, anyone else have anything major they wanted to check up on before the party? I know Conrad wanted to investigate some more wraiths in the area, although I'm not sure if he would be invited to do so.
I mean, I believe Conrad and Iskra had discussed resolving the Wraith matter before the party rather than after.
Yes.
So that would probably be up on his agenda.
Yeah, that was my recollection of it also. Other than that, Iskra would love to see Victoria before the party. Because she also probably wants some of the coterie to join her at the party. So that would be something.
I was also gonna ask, how far into the downtime is the party happening? Like,
I only know that it's on the 23rd.
Yeah, so the downtime is going to be ending pretty much on the 22nd.
okay, so it's right after the downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the next big event. So what would you want to handle first, Iskra? Conrad coming over to check out your wraith, or heading over to the House Carna chantry in London?
I think I would say Conrad has waited quite a while for opportunity to maybe find a friendly ghost or not so friendly ghost. So I think that would be the first thing.
Righty. So, Conrad, you make your way over to Iskra's haven.
I would presumably enter through the front door and greet Lester, and assuming he is there, Jacob.
Hello, Conrad.
I have not forgotten our little business. We shall resolve it after, yes?
Sounds good to me. Sounds good.
Is Chris here?
Yeah, she's here, and I'm going into her room where she tattoos the kind.
I think that would be like a off day, so she's probably upstairs.
Sorry? She's upstairs. Yeah. Then I'll get her. I'll get her for you. And I'll come upstairs.
Just, I don't know, watching a French movie from the 70s or something.
Betty Blue.
Cinephile Tremere.
It's 3 hours and 8 minutes long. About a young woman meeting a poet at a beach, moving to Paris.
It's I think, if you allow me, the movie is Je tu il elle by Chantal Ackerman. If someone wants to check out, quite an interesting movie.
The movie I was describing is not an interesting movie. I watched it; it was very boring.
The movie I describe is the first mainstream movie with lesbian sex scene.
Dun dun dun! Could this be subtext?
Subtext hitting you over the face.
Yeah, I think that's just called text.
Anyway, Lester will be politely knocking.
I come in.
I open the door, and Conrad is down there. I think he's here because of our invisible friend.
Ah, yes. Yes. That's amazing. You can join us. That can be a bit of a unsettling experience if you haven't explored this side of the night.
It would be interesting, I think. I mean, I have felt the presence of Raves, is the right name?
Yes. I expect there is some presence here connected to... Well, I think first... You know what? I'll save this introduction for our guest. And she was ready to like start like a big description, but yeah, she's just gonna head down.
Yeah, I follow her.
It's so nice of you to come in to inspect our little guests.
Of course, I'm always up for a home visit. Besides, it's surely a rather interesting matter.
Yes, let's head down, and she will like go down to the basement. See, I'm just gonna give you a short introduction here because, as you might obviously know, raves are sometimes attracted to places of power. And in this dimension, they're not so different from the Tremere, actually. We are also attracted to places of power. And it so happens that we are standing upon one of such places. And she like gestures, there's like a hatch that you can open into like deeper basement, basically. This is the reason why my haven is here. Not only like prices I could have afford, but also this feature of it. And I think it attracted something more, something from the other side.
And when I mentioned that evil word that starts with an E and an X that I won't speak out loud because then we get a problem. Whatever is here really got angry.
I think whatever is here is clever enough to think of what you're referencing. However, that is a place of power. That is interesting. It is what your kind calls a
Fawkes.
A Fawkes, yes.
Well, there's many names and many theories. Obviously. But I wasn't quite able to talk to anyone. I will activate my Sense the Unseen. I've been able to maybe catch some glimpses of it, but haven't really introduced myself or anything like that.
It isn't always easy. I shall try myself, I suppose. And I want to activate Oblivion's Sight.
Yeah, this is an old sub-basement. The floor is kind of brick or kind of cobblestone almost. And you can hear the faint murmuring of one of London's buried rivers running underneath. As you kind of climb down the hatch, it slams after you, leaving. Lester, did you join them?
I would want to, yeah.
Yeah, so the three of you are in darkness when you activate Oblivion Sight and Sense the Unseen.
Just so I can see, I activate Eyes of the Beast.
Excellent. Your eyes gain a semi-reflective sheen as you pierce the darkness.
I think I previously described that I would have put like electric candles here.
Yeah, you did.
You very well may turn them on. You can go around the room, lighting the various knocked over electric candles and turning them on, if you so wish. What you do see is a young man, maybe 15 or so, wearing kind of quite a simple linen tunic with a rope for a belt, just looking at you in the corner of the room.
Here?
Iskra, you can see him?
I think I would have seen him, right?
You can sense them with Sense the Unseen, but Lester and Iskra cannot currently see him. He is not manifesting a visual form.
I wish to take a step or two towards him and nod. Hello, you are the resident of this place, I take?
Going on a while now. You one of these noisy upstairs neighbors?
No, I'm not. I'm not from here, really. I'm only here to help a friend. She is one of those noisy upstairs neighbors, I suppose.
I'll extend I could step behind you to the side and also do a nod.
Lester also tries, just in the general direction, bow before him.
No need for such formality, Lester. I think we can come to an understanding. The two, or well, three of us, I suppose. Yes? We just want to be on friendly terms. I am no Venetian. I mean no harm to you.
You come bother me. Set my rest. What do you want?
Well, Iskra, what do you want? I'm only here as a mediator, am I not?
I wanted to properly introduce myself and talk about a possible arrangement that we could both share this space, this site of power, without conflict coming between us.
And I wish to hold up a hand and basically start mediating the talk to... Yeah.
When you say that, all of the candles in the room go out. You hear clattering noises as they are knocked from their little shelves and tables. And Iskra and Lester, you see this pale figure appear as if the only illuminated thing in this basement. He looks at you, Iskra. You wish to come here and share in this place I have carved out for myself. What offering do you bring? It makes me desire to even hear you out.
Well, I don't know what would be meaningful for you to receive from me, but first and foremost, I bring safety for this place. No one else will come here and disturb you. These sort of places would be very interesting to a lot of kindreds, to a lot of children of the night. Some of them not at all wishing to parlay first, to have some sort of understanding of or arrangement.
And I also swore to Iskra to protect this place with all the physical powers I can provide, so also to protect you.
Give me a charisma persuasion. You can have 2 additional dice because Lester is chiming in.
Okay. Charisma persuasion, you said?
Yeah. Seems like charisma persuasion.
Would my specialty of marketing come into play?
It
I
can.
mean, it's a sales pitch, basically.
It's a difficulty of 5.
While they are in talk, I'm assuming I'm having a bit of a look around the room.
Yeah. You can see kind of this very faint wisps of white fog kind of slowly pooling through cracks in the brick walls.
Do I notice any objects that aren't random strewn around bricks and planks of wood?
Iskra, would you be storing much down here? How much have you kind of interacted with this space in your tattoo parlor?
I think this is like not like a I don't keep like my old furniture here. It's
No.
much more so like a workspace, but only for actually like occult magical stuff. Like this is the place where the ritual part of vampire tattooing takes place. Like Saiph was here, right? And so there would be like minimal things that I need. Like there probably are some like stuff on the there's some markings. There might be a book or two, but like not too
Something
much.
to melt
Yeah.
the silver.
In terms
Yeah,
of
there's
things that were in here when you took over this place, there was a couple of dead rats, a few other scraps and chunks and things, but also you did find a little loose brick behind which was a small kind of parcel wrapped up in a scrap of old cloth. And it just contained like this rusty iron knife and a little like coin on a kind of leather thong that had mostly rotted away. Tempting as it is to seal that you came in from, but allow none others to enter. You do not speak pure foolishness. Have not left this place of power for some time. Do your kind still move to usurp the Shadowlands?
I will slowly look at Conrad.
My kind is not all the same, I assure you. My kind has no such ambitions. As to the Venetians, I cannot speak, but I'm no friend of them.
Wait, you're not a La Sombra?
La Sombra? That least of all.
Oh,
Your allies do not seem to know each other. Is there not trust among you?
Well, it is a delicate matter, as you must certainly be aware. You seem old enough to know what has been going on among those of our children of the night that can commune with your kind. Things have not always been easy. I do not wear my heart on my sleeve necessarily. I cannot afford it.
but I can speak for him. I do trust him, and he helped me out of bad situations many a times.
If you must think of me as anything, let it be Cappadocian, not Giovanni.
You see, like, his eyes narrow, and the fog that has been pooling invisibly to Iskra and Lester from the walls kind of slows. Yes. I suppose if I were to clear you out of my domain, others would simply come.
That is probably what would happen. And as for myself, I claim no. I don't particularly dabble in any sort of shadow mastery. My art is much more of a thaumaturgic kind. I don't really step on your side of the veil. Hence,
I've seen
asked-
much of your witchery since you moved here.
well, that is my art, yes.
And I'm just a gangrel. I don't mean you no harm.
As I say, I believe that if you do not overly disturb my resting place, I shall allow you access to this place of power. And he holds out a hand.
I
Also hold out a hand.
You feel a strong, cold grip on your wrist as he takes your hand and looks into your eyes. And you see his face kind of decaying into a skeletal remnant in a moment as he looks at you. Do not break my trust, little witch.
Trust
And-
both ways.
The door out of the basement slams open. The lights go on, and the ghost is gone. Conrad, you see him kind of just slip through the floor.
Yeah, I'm not after him. Deactivate Oblivion's side. And I would like, since we had quite some time to see him, try to guess how old he is. As in, like, what era he is from, by his clothes and such.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a intelligence history.
You mean academics?
Yeah.
Can I also, with my speciality?
Yeah. Anyone who wants to, you all got a reasonable look at him.
Does ancient history apply, or is he younger than that?
It doesn't apply.
Okay. That is rather bad, but it's okay.
Wait, should I?
They looked rather simple clothes.
Oh my.
Yeah, Lester, he's at least, he looks around like 400 to 600 years old, clothing style wise.
What, 600? 1600? I'd place him around the 1600s. The style of the tunic and the style of his belt looked... I mean, he appeared to be, from the clothing, a simple man. Like Tudor? I'd say it was from the Tudor times.
A monk, perhaps? Well, who knows? Unless Iskra has historical records of this place. Anyhow, I was glad that I could mediate. I think we should take a leave now.
Yes, it's leave. This being here. And after we climbed out, I would say to Conrad, I really appreciate your help. As much as my clan wants to sometimes seem omniscient in the matters of arcane and such, this is really my blind spot. I really appreciate your help.
We are well aware that neither of our expertise is all-encompassing, so it is good to help one another, especially to bloodlines of such aligned interest, perhaps. But either way, I was glad to help.
Thank you. We've not discussed your payment or anything, but I would just say if you ever need my help, I would be more than happy to return the favor.
That I shall gladly take. Let us not hold ourselves up with formalities too much. Though, Lester, you had a matter to deal with? Jacob, I believe?
Yeah, we wanted to see if he can feed from backblood like we do. Because he really doesn't want to hurt anyone, and even doing it consensually, he's not a fan of.
It's not hurting, it is trouble, it is the overindulgence, but yes, I suppose you could try. Perhaps not in here. I don't want to bloody Iskra's floors.
I mean, we around here, back out, perhaps?
Well,
Back out in an alley?
I suppose this isn't the nicest part of London. There will be stranger sights than someone guzzling a blood bag, and most likely vomiting it out.
You can also use my place. In the parlor, I disinfect the sites all the time, so
I guess. Let us still at least go in the bathroom or something.
just clean up after.
Yeah, of course. Always.
And
so you take
yeah.
Jacob to the bathroom. He's like, huh? So I just bite the bag or just pop it open?
Yes, you do pop it open. It will be rather thick, so you will need to suck quite a bit. Or you can cut it open and chew, but whatever is your taste.
Kind of opens the bag up and puts it in his mouth, squeezes it, sucks in. His eyes kind of widen.
I would like to be careful and ready to step back when he vomits.
And just a burst of old blood and new blood just sprays out, mostly into the toilet.
Well, that was
that's fucking awful. Whoa! Are you fucking drink that? What is wrong with you?
It is good and tempering for the mind to abstain from too many pleasures.
That is not bloody temperance, mate. Kind of swallows. Oh, I've made a fucking mess. And turns the tap on, starts like, would you have toilet paper?
There are some kinds sometimes here, so...
Yeah, I guess you have clients, like...
I was about to say, I thought we were in the client bathroom, not a personal
Yeah.
one, rather you would have one.
That's not unreasonable. And it starts, like, cleaning things up. There are some spots on the kind of floor mat.
I want to turn to Lester.
Mm-hmm.
Well, That went about as well as I expected.
It was worth a try.
Well,
Yeah, buddy, then we will be going hunting again, I guess.
Well,
Lester says while having his iron straw in a blood bag.
well, on the plus side, our little friend does not owe me this way. Not too much, at least.
Jacob turns around from cleaning up, sees Lester drinking from the blood bag, back over the toilet.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that right now.
Okay, then I'll leave you two then and just finish my short meal. When I come out from the toilet, I look at Iskra and just shake my head. He's cleaning up right now.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, yeah, I
It was worth a try. I mean, and one more thing. He said, Conrad said Cappadocian, right? And that's from from this family clan, the Hecate?
Yeah.
Hecata?
Yes, exactly.
That explains his affiliation to ghosts. But I didn't think they have shadow magic because he used some shadowy arms in the warehouse.
Yes, you've well, you said La Sombra. Hecata and La Sombra both take their power from shadows, but to my understanding, which is somewhat limited, you can talk to Connor about it, they use it in very different ways. And
Okay.
Yes, I believe Conrad would be leaving the vomit room as well.
And
Wow.
when Lester is finished with his small meal, he will dispose of it and go back into the bathroom and see if he can help Jacob.
Yeah, the two of you are able to clean up reasonably quickly together as you kind of sort the rest of the bathroom, put things back in order, flush a few times.
And I just pat on his shoulder. Sorry, mate. It was worth a try.
No, I understand. It would have been convenient, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Less harm. More ethical.
I look to Iskra as I step outside. Oh, it was rather amusing, even if your bathroom is a bit more red than it was before. Is there anything else I could do for you?
Not right now, but I would just ask, are you free on the night of the 23rd?
The night of the 23rd. I might be. Why?
There might be a bit of a gathering. A party, so to speak. I need to talk to someone before I can formally invite the coterie, but keep the night open if that's okay.
I suppose I could consider it. I cannot say that I'm fond of the thought of milling about with more capes. But, as I told our friend down there, I have my matters to keep from the public eye, as surely do you. I try not to draw too much attention. 'Cause, well, there are truths left unspoken as always.
No, I understand fully, and please feel free to attend or not attend at your pleasure, so to say.
You mean to bring the others along as well?
Those that I can reasonably explain.
Well, I mean, I suppose Franceska is presentable enough. I'm not sure about Lester.
Oh, I think Lester is more than capable of presenting himself at the gathering.
Well, if I do not attend, give my greetings to the rest of the coterie, but not to the chemist there.
I'll do so.
Now then, I'll take my leave. I have other business.
Pancakes again. I will open the door for you.
And Conrad takes his leave, driving home, rather to work, which is much the same thing to him.
So,
I have one last thing. Sorry.
sorry, what's your one last thing?
When we finish cleaning up the bathroom, I will come out again with Jacob in tow, and tell Iskra I was thinking about the party. You know what they made him do?
I know the effects of it, at least, yes.
Whoever took him or hold him hostage, they made him eat children. They found out about his past, and I can't go in good conscience without getting really angry to a party from them. I hope you don't see that as something that is offending you. I'm really thankful for you that you try at least to get us into this party, but I can't do that. I'd be getting really aggressive really fast, and we don't want that.
I think Iskra would get serious and say, I completely understand. I have my own experiences with comms, and yes, I quite understand. We need to play ball with them, but we should always remember that this is just, yes, a game that we're playing with them.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, but I just can't right now. It's to get something like that known, to realize what they are able to do. It's fresh for him, and it's actually fresh for me too. So perhaps if the party was in a month, it would be possible. But as of now, if I'm seeing any one of them, I wouldn't be able to guarantee for anything, and I don't want that because I'm sure I wouldn't come out in the end undead, more like dead, and no.
I think that's a good instinct. And we've talked about what happened when you went to confront the Sabbat and you losing control. And I told you then that it's pivotal that you see danger coming from miles away, that you can decide early not to take the risk. And I'm glad that this lesson is staying with you and that you put it into practice. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I would put my hand on his shoulder.
It means a lot. Thank you. And you see he's really happy for you saying that. So, regardless, I wish you all the best, and I hope you have fun. And even though I have never met her, greetings to your sire, because I know she's important to you.
Thank you, Lester.
Yeah. I think I will take my leave and go to Michael's, trying to hunt with Jacob, and I will leave you to your movie night.
Oh, right, I forgot. She'll climb up.
Alright. You return to your French film, returning to your relaxing evening. Franceska,
Yes.
you had a few things to handle. You had put some things in motion the other day at the Coronet Theatre. Common meeting ground and dance party place for various Anarch kindred, Southwark Council prime among them, where you had met up with a few of the Ventru around town, including the Primogen, Sydney Buckingham.
More specifically, the Venture Primogen and the Master of the British Museum, who is a Bruja. But yeah, and she will be obviously checking in on any notices in the theater to see if they've made any progress over the subsequent days. But there are a couple things she's doing outside of whenever they're looking to meet again. I'm trying to think which one she would try and go to first. I think since she's going to an Anarch meeting spot regularly, and the Southwark Council, as far as I'm aware, is more suspected of having members of this group in it, I think she's going to try to kind of figure out if there are any Hunt Club kindred hanging around the Coronet Theatre or anything. See if she can
Alrighty.
find any of their members.
So, how generally do you think you're going around this? Is this kind of an investigation intelligence, or more of a streetwise or intimidation, charisma, manipulation type role?
The way she would be going around this is she would perhaps if she has reason to suspect that somebody is a member of it, is there anybody that she knows of that is already suspected of being a member of the Hunt Club?
Within London,
Yeah.
Would you know? I'm not.
She has obviously around here a decent amount of time.
It's one of those weird things where it's like, it's a great brag to be suspected, but it's a terrible.
You can't really be publicly part of it.
It's a terrible risk to be bragging about it, you know?
At the same time, though, there are almost... I would think that there would be certainly people who were kind of known, but it's like it's kind of like the whole thing of everybody knows but nobody talks about it. I think it would be that way with some people. So I think if she knows of any people like that, especially.
If you want to give me like a charisma streetwise for just your general rumor knowing.
What difficulty?
Mysterious. I just want to see how well you roll.
Okay. I'm assuming I shouldn't add any extra dice from anything aside from stunning to this. Ooh, didn't mean to. 3 successes.
You've heard of a few people, like there are rumors about various people around the British Isles, various kindred. Within London, you've heard of Nathaniel Simmons, is a Camarilla member who is suspected of being a member of the Hunt Club. There is also Razor, who is a member of the Southwark Council. He is suspected of being a member of the Hunt Club as well. He is an Anarch.
Yeah.
And there's a few others who you feel it's less likely. Various Anarchs who often will boast about like running after the foxes and things without actually saying, the words. But
yeah, I think
aren't particularly low generation enough to have viably diablerized people.
Yeah, I think she would go to try and find this Razor person, considering she's already hanging around a place that is known to like have a lot of the Southwark Council members. It would be easier to find them, and also because she has status among the Anarchs, I think it would be easier for her to kind of persuade this person to let her in on something, whether that be by intimidation or something else. So I think she would go try and find a Razor. You said that was his name, right?
Yeah. He tends to be around East London, but he'll hit the clubs and stuff occasionally.
Yeah, but like I said, since she's like visiting the Coronet Theatre, she'll check there first because it is the meeting spot for the Southwark Council. So there's a possibility he could be there.
Do you ask after him?
Yes, I think she would.
Did you tell anybody what you wanted?
No, she would just say that she wants to talk to Razor.
All right. So the second time that you visit Coronet Theatre, there is a note from Gwen that just says, like, hit a few dead ends, but that's just clearing the weeds. Think I'm on a good path now. The third time that you visit the theatre, a kind of nondescript man catches your attention.
Just to be certain real quick, neither Gwenllian or Sydney have tried to contact her yet at this point.
Gwen has left a single message, just more of an update than a request for a meeting or anything.
Yeah, it's more of being like, it's taking... Yeah, I get you. But, so neither of them has to see her or anything. Okay.
Sydney has not requested a second meeting just yet. I mean, there is the general rule of thumb for a lot of spy work. Too many meetings spoils the secret.
Yeah.
And gets you caught. But no, neither of them have in these kind of 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, I think this would be day 5 because I believe they met on the second day because she went and found like how to contact them and everything on the first day, actually met with them on the second day, and he said this would be the 3rd time she's checking the theater. So this is about halfway through.
Yeah. Kind of nondescript, a little bit of stubble, shortish brown hair, wearing kind of like a leather jacket with a few patches on, hoodie underneath. Kind of nods at you, goes, "Here you've been asking around."
Are you Razor?
Well, it depends who's asking you. Turning your weight around a little bit, but still fairly new in town. You don't really go anywhere interesting.
Isn't that interesting in and of itself?
So, you want me to kill someone for you?
What?
Well, I assumed, I mean, you do know who I am, right?
I know what I need to know.
So, who's the target?
So, kind of wave him into, a more private area, considering this is like when she's just walked in.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah, she'll kind of wave him into a more private area. And the moment they step into, like, a place where it's just them, she's immediately like, "So, you're part of the Hunt Club?"
He kind of pauses for a second. I thought this was about something else. Okay. And you look, and he kind of seems to change almost, kind of stops slouching, stands up a bit straighter, kind of rubs one hand through his hair and just kind of slicks it back a little bit more, makes it less messy, as he kind of looks you in the eye and goes, "You've got me here, I guess. So you're just chasing rumors, are you?"
I need to meet with, well, higher-ranking members or whatever, someone who can tell me what I need to know.
Now, what questions are we answering? What information are you seeking out?
Well, it's sort of a known thing that you all deablerize other kindred elders specifically.
That is what they are said to do. Of course, I wouldn't be involved with any of that unless there was a blood hunt going on. You get a man in trouble. It's bad enough things like that. What? Got someone you're particularly hungry for?
I want to know how exactly you all managed to do that without becoming whites.
Ah, the other problem. No, you know, it's all fairly straightforward. You just have to be a good person most of the time. Hold hands, sing kumbaya, pray and meditate. Everyone's got their little ways. Oh, I'm sorry. You want specifics?
Yes.
I can't tell you how everybody does it. I can only tell you what works for individuals. I know people who've sworn rigid oaths to themselves. Many a way. But the only real answer is if you don't want to lose yourself one way or another, you approach each meal carefully. I've always been that way. You gotta really do your research. Otherwise, whether it's the beast or blood, something's gonna take over. Now, do you want more than that? Do you want some kind of deep secret at the heart of how the Hunt Club supposedly operate? I suppose I could find a way to get you in contact with someone who could know. But unfortunately, I need a little more from you than a kindred walking around, hunting me down and refusing to tell me who she is.
What do you already know of me?
Well, you've been shaking things up a little bit. There's reports of a couple of kindred massacres. You've also been seen coming here a few times, so you're clearly not Camarilla. Or at least not Camarilla outwardly, but you also haven't been towing any of the party lines. You aren't part of any of the groups around London. There's been a few other whispers about how long you've been knocking around.
If you ask me, it sounds like you know enough.
Huh. Like I said, I like to be prepared. Lack of knowledge can easily get a man killed again around here. So, I'd say it again. If you want me to go around asking questions for you, I'd like to know your name.
Franceska.
Nice to meet you, Franceska. People call me Razor.
Well, will there be anything else?
I'll say, see if I can find anybody who's in the Hunt Club to answer your little questions. And then, when I do, you'll owe me a little favour. Does that seem reasonable to you?
Reasonable enough.
I hope this can blossom into a beautiful working relationship. And if you ever need anything simpler, like somebody being put down, you know where to find me. And he is going to walk out of the room.
She will. Eve as well. I think outside
As-
of that. Oh, sorry.
as you're leaving, you just catch sight of him just like turning his jacket inside out quickly as he walks away.
Interesting. She is outside of that. The only other thing she was wanting to do with her time, aside from, of course, waiting for any word from Sydney or Wenlian, was, and she would have been doing this on the days before as well, where she couldn't find Razor and there was no meeting. She would have been attempting to find a Church of the Servitors. Servitors of Arad.
Okay. What would this be on this search? Probably like a streetwise or an investigation, maybe an occult. As you're looking for these guys, you can have 3 extra dice for the 3 days you're doing it on.
Yeah, streetwise and
intelligence, or I'm not sure what else. That's another option. Probably intelligence.
Yeah. The only other thing I could think of is maybe
could roll stamina.
I was going
You
to say
just
maybe
keep
resolve,
doing it.
since she's doing it
Resolve
over
also
a long
fits.
time. Yeah.
For similar reasons.
Okay, let's streetwise resolve. Boop. This is
you are able to find a small church of the servitors.
of course she's not going to walk right in when she does find it. She will knock on the door first, kind of. You don't exactly walk into a place like this without announcing yourself. It's usually a bad idea.
How are you making contacts? Just probably.
When she finds where the church is, like I said, she would make her way to the church and at what she would believe to be like a time where they may be meeting, and kind of just knock on the door before entering.
You see an elderly kindred. He looks to be in like his 80s or so. Wispy kind of white hair. I mean, he's kind of seated behind a desk. It's quite a small temple. There is like a little altar, maybe like 4 or 5 seats, and a little kind of L-shaped room with a desk. He kind of turns and goes, a visitor.
I'm assuming this is the place I've been looking for.
It's a place many seek, but few find in the end. Welcome. You seems though you have questions, child. I may not have the answers, but I may be able to show you the way to them.
As far as I understand, the church here, you serve the antediluvians, right?
Yes, the oldest and wisest of the kindred. They who have slumbered far too long already, waiting for the world to be made ready for them.
Oh,
We all serve them in our way. Many do not realize it among the Camarilla or the Anarchs, but in truth, all who serve the blood serve the originals.
right. Well, she would, assuming this looks like it's the appropriate time that they may be meeting, and she hasn't gotten this wrong, she would kind of sit in and
Yeah?
kind of kind of await the whatever they may speak about, and if she has anything to add, with her knowledge of the Book of Nod and everything, she may chime in at points.
Yeah. A little bit later, two young men, maybe in their late 20s looking, and a woman who looks around 40 or so, arrive at the temple. They kind of look at you, and the old man goes, "Oh, don't worry about our guest. She has merely come to observe our rites and practices." And he kind of begins talking about the blood and the sacrifice. It's those ancients who know the truth of all kindred, the truth of our lives in the darkness. And they will return, and when they do, they shall bring about a new age, an age of plenty and many for those who serve them loyally. And he kind of goes on for a little bit. He says, now, a reading. And he kind of reads out from a page. He says, remember many of those commandments that we are speaking with. Thou shalt not slay thy sire except by commandment of thy elders. Thou shalt hold the eldest as lords. Thou shalt honor the domain of the eldest. For many of the antediluvians were beings of great change, and though they grew tired of us and entered a slumber waiting for better times, we know that they shall rise again. They have been rising again. See, the truth, as is truth seen, it will illuminate your souls and heal your wounds. You must know who you are and be true to yourself, for you are the children of the antediluvians, and they would have you shatter like flawed pottery and have our weakness out in the world. These words have been passed down by kindred, but they forget true meaning. Words. We must go out and shatter the flawed kindred who do not follow commandments. Camarilla must fall in London as it must fall elsewhere to give rise to the old order.
Once he's sort of, finished giving his speech to them all, his sermon, she would go to each of the people here who are listening to him first, asking them what clan they're part of, and she will read. She is able to do this from memory, I would assume. She will read out like the commandments of their antediluvian to each specific person, as sort of like a prayer to each of them.
Yeah, you see the older woman is a Toreador.
If you wish for me to, like, actually,
You don't
read
have
out,
to actually read them out. That's up to you.
If you want to hear them,
They are fun. I don't disagree.
I'll read out the first one, and I won't do the others because that it would just get old after a bit.
Yeah, one of the
Toyl?
younger men is a Malkavian, and the last is a Bruja.
Well, obviously, when she reaches the, I'll read out the ones of Bruja because she's a Bruja as well. So I feel like that makes sense. So when she goes to that man, is throw off the elder's shackles of the mind, reach into thyself and see the truth revealed. The truth, as truth is seen, will illuminate your soul and heal your wounds. Know who you are first and be true to yourself. You are my children all, but I would sooner shatter you like flawed pottery than have your weakness be that you are but a flawed copy out of my mold.
Looks at you, goes, these are not the words as I have heard them.
When he says that, she's been holding on to this the whole time. She will actually pull out the page of the Book of Nod that she has been keeping on her that has the words of Bruja written on it.
The old man's eyes kind of snap over to you and you go, how did you get this?
I've been following these words for my entire life.
As well you should, daughter of the antediluvians. May I see it?
You may read it, but I will be keeping it.
He kind of holds his hands up as he steps closer. It's like, of course, of course. Kind of takes a step towards you and then like stops for a moment, hurries over to his desk and just gets out like a notepad and a pen. Just like, many of the writings that are held in this small temple are incomplete, tatters, damaged copies. This means a great deal to me that you would bring this here.
The words I've been, as I said, following for a long, long time. So I thought it fit to what I do.
The young Malkavian kind of looks over and goes, only the blind will truly see.
Perhaps. Yeah, after, of course, there's kind of an implication that she either has access to more of the book or has at least read it before, because she also would have read out the words of their antediluvians as well. So, if the man asks her to repeat them, and she,
I think he would. Tell me, child, are you going to be in the city for long?
I should be around for a while, yes.
Could I trouble you for copies? Anything that can add to the store of the church here?
I will keep coming back every now and then to give you more of what I know.
That would be appreciated. There has been much in London that has not followed the teachings correctly, and to have their very words as a guideline would do much to assuage my fears for coming years.
Yeah, and I will also say, since that page is very obviously part of the original text because of the power that it holds, that they can likely see off it.
Oh yeah. Like it's not you coming in with just like a piece of note paper that has some poems written on it, but you're like, no, this is more Bible verses. This is you finding like a.
It is like at minimum centuries, possibly millennia old.
This is most likely papyrus or some kind of lamb skin.
Yeah, it almost certainly is. And again, they can like feel the magic in it more than likely. So yeah, all that I would ask in return for, telling you these words is that you, teach me the ways of your church.
As I say, we are a humble place of worship. Teachings are, like any religion, simple and extensive. I shall happily have you as a sister among us. All kindred are welcome that wish to follow the commandments.
Thank you.
You see like little beads of red kind of welling up in the corner of his eyes. He goes, no, truly, the chance to hear more the wisdom of the originals is more than anything I could ask for. Alrighty. So, was there anything else people wanted to take care of before the party? I think that was most of it, other than obviously Saiph, who is not here today, had a couple of little bits to cover.
I did want to talk to Victoria.
You did. You wanted to talk to Victoria and also potentially to Franceska?
I would mostly just inform Franceska about the party, but
Right, about the party.
Okay. But I think possibly after my talk with Victoria.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if Conrad would want to do it yet, but also you were saying you might want to speak to Franceska as well.
Yes, I'm just not sure.
Intervention.
Time-wise.
So, House Carna has a chantry over by Hyde Park, near Mayfair, Marylebone. Marylebone? Every time I see that Marylebone, it just absolutely fucks me up. It's not how it should be spelled.
Marylebone.
Most English spelling I can just, account for. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's so much worse than Worcester.
The other thing was the stuff with Nalani.
Leicester and Nalani, or Franceska and Nalani?
I'd assume both, because she did say she wanted to meet Franceska, but
she did. But she's been reasonably busy, but yes, there is more meetings to be had.
The only other thing I'm seeing, because I'm looking back at the reminder message, other people saying how their, like, what their guards for their haven were, was the only other thing.
Yes, I was about to point that out.
Conrad's just suborned some hospital orderlies.
Yeah, basically, Conrad has used his tech skills to plan some security reports about strange individuals mulling about the morgues, and security presence has been heightened.
Excellent. Use the systems that are in place. I love it. So, Iskra, you head to House Carna's chantry in London.
That is true. I think I go there often, but yes.
Yeah, I don't think you've made much of an attempt to go there often, enjoying the freedom that you get, not being dormed within the complete control of the Tremere. Yeah, so this is specifically over by Temple Church, near the Kingsway Exchange and the Tainted Blood, as well as St. Paul's Cathedral. On the north of the river is a small chantry of a few rooms owned by the Tremere. This little collection of 5 rooms making up one floor on a otherwise public apartment building. About halfway up, these areas have space for kindred to stay, space for them to study, a small library, and a few other bits and pieces in rooms that perhaps you haven't been allowed complete access to yet. And you arrive of an evening, Iskra, at the chantry. Access being gained past the ghouls on guard. I was thinking, like, wait, Tremere can't ghoul people, and I'm like, no, they can ghoul people.
They can.
They can't blood bond.
Yes.
Which is not quite the same thing.
Yes.
It's reasonably close to being the same thing.
Yeah, the reason why a lot of ghouls seem like dependent on vampires is because they get blood bonded. So Tremere ghouls aren't quite as obedient, but they can ghoul people.
But they still want the Vita. I mean, like, if I was given the choice of, you can become stronger if you work for me, or you can become stronger by working for someone who's going to mind control you, I'd be like, Not that the Tremere don't mind control, but, you know.
They do it in other ways.
Exactly.
I sort of imagine how Carna ghouls sort of like need to be taken more seriously in a way that ghouls often don't get treated seriously. Like they have to have like they have to have some kind of like a personal relationship with them. You're still like much more powerful. You still sort of like it's still sort of like they depend on you obviously for blood, but it's much more of like a quid pro quo, I would imagine.
See, I thought of Goonian, but from the other way around, very innocently like a goon. Terrible folks. Yeah, exactly. And people aren't going to do that for their ghouls. But yeah, some quite neat, a man and a woman in like quite neat suits. They look reasonably stress-free as they kind of like stand unobtrusively in the corridor as you get out of the lift. this floor that the Tremere have taken over. In that little bit of a weird situation where technically they don't own the hallway, but they do own all of the flats on this floor, and thus nobody else should come to the floor, so they put security here. But I think the ghouls, you've come here enough that they would recognize you, if not frequently.
I would say to them, please inform Mistress Victoria that I would love to have an appointment with her, the audience.
Woman kind of like starts hurrying away as the man smiles at you and goes, "Oh, Katie will just pass on your message. Do you want anything while you wait? We've got some men, women."
I would actually indulge myself to be more clear-headed.
He kind of leads you to this room. There's like a few other Tremere, what's the word? Students? You know what I mean.
Acolyte?
Yeah! Students, but cool and fancy and old-fashioned.
Yeah. I think, like, immediately...
There's a few other acolytes. There's lots of, like, tapestries and carpets hanging on the walls and hanging from the ceiling. Lots of, like, soft lighting quite low down on these quite short little tables. There's, like, maybe 3 or 4 other acolytes. Yeah, 4 other acolytes in here. And a group of 10 kine. Just kind of, like, relaxing, mostly.
I think, like, Iskra coming in, it's like... It's not completely her speed, like, being in spaces like that are more fancy. She's much more of, like, a... rave girl than, like, a high salon, high society, anything like that. But she at least understands that you can't just barge in on someone. You have to do this play of, like, taste the mortals, talk a bit.
Yeah, you accept the food when you enter a place as a guest and things.
But she is visibly a bit nervous.
See, like, as you enter the room, a conversation among the kindred kind of stops. And you get a couple of looks. And a few of the kind of approach you, like these 2 guys and this 1 woman, like, welcome. Make sure you get yourself comfortable. And they kind of like start hovering around you, smiling a little bit.
She smiles back and just says, "Thank you. I always appreciate the hospitality of the chantry." And would like sit down and probably get closer to like a pine in this like pre-feeding motion. But would like also scan the room for what are other kindreds here like.
Alrighty. Do you want to give me a... Would this be... like, maybe wits awareness or politics? Wits or charisma? Awareness or politics, I would say.
Interesting. I think I will go charisma politics. I think she's trying to put on a best front, but she's actually interested in like what's the temperature in the room? Is there any talk about anything interesting? What's the deal?
Sure thing.
I have a lot of hunger, but
Yeah, you hear like a couple of kind of hushed whispers that you can't quite make out as these kind of sitting around you. Like one of them has started like going to rub your shoulders. And as you begin feeding, a young female kindred, one of the acolytes, kind of leaves their group and walks over to you and goes, So, you have managed to find yourself at the Chantry again.
I try to visit as often as I can.
Unlike you, some of us aren't merely visitors. We actually put in the effort.
Well, we all have our talents and ways we serve the interests of the house.
Yes. After all, they only need so many of us who are good at the thaumaturgical arts.
Right. She, her.
So
transparent. Her.
You would know this kindred's name. This is Colette.
Colette. I always enjoy our little talks. That's why I come here to have your opinions. These gems.
Don't come running to me if your teachers start making you sit around and wait the way that you've been avoiding coming in. Look forward to watching you be snubbed. There is a little knock at the door, and the female ghoul, Katie, opens the door and goes, Victoria is ready for you now.
I would finish feeding. I would slake to hunger, if that's okay.
That is fine.
And she's like visibly pissed off already. Pleasure as always, Colette, and she will like leave the room.
You see Colette doesn't look particularly happy either. As you leave, she kind of like glares at the back of your head a little bit before returning to her friends. You enter Victoria's rooms. She has these 2 rooms that are kind of privated off from the other areas of the apartment that she's staying. You see the Tremere here have kind of built extra doors and walls to knock some down to really make of this space something that is continuous. You get led through this corridor past a little office to this bedroom. It's a large 4-poster bed with these red silk sheets. this little cabinet with mirrors and makeup brushes and little carved runes and wax seals coating it. On the bed sits Victoria. She's kind of got this robe pulled around her, and two naked human women kind of curled up one on either side of her as she looks at you and goes, "Ah, my dear. How are you? Are you prepared for this? Our outing on the future night? I have been looking forward to it with some anticipation."
Oh, Victoria, mistress. So happy to see you. And she will look at both Kyan at the either side of her and sort of could we talk in private, please?
She kind of looks down at the Kyan as if almost surprised to see them and goes, "Oh, dear." Of course, snaps one of their necks, bites into the other throat, and brains her.
She will
She wipes her lips just gently and she looks at you and she goes, "There we are, privacy."
She will approach her, get on her knees, and put her head on her lap.
She'll stroke your hair gently and she'll go, "Oh, my beautiful Iskra. I know it is hard, this separation between us, but you would wither here in the Chantry. I know it to be true."
I agree, mistress. They always... I have so little patience for my sisters and brothers of the house. I know I shouldn't talk about them badly, but why is it that you understand me so well and they so badly?
They are young. Children in training. They cannot simply put aside their desire for what they don't have. In truth, it is that same issue that you suffered from.
I suffer? What do you mean, mistress?
Sought more freedom than the Chantry would allow.
Isn't...
You too desired more. The only difference was that you were capable of obtaining it.
Oh, mistress, your words are, as always, just take my heart and put it into my head. I'm so happy that I'm here. You see, that's what House Carna is all about, right? That's why we. That's why we don't want Pyramid to dictate everything about our lives, and this is why we fight for what we think is right.
Yeah.
Isn't that so?
It's the only real truth among kindred is that we make what is right for us. The houses, the pyramid, they mostly seek to enforce their own measure of correctness. But it is a journey each need to find on their own. It kind of pulls your head in a little bit closer, looks you in the eyes a little bit. Oh, my sweet. How have you been finding your time in the wilds of London. I know that you have been doing good work for the rabble out there.
Oh, yes, I've been hard at work, and first of all, mistress, I'm so thankful for your invitation. I know that is sometimes matter of politics, that I, being sort of working outside of the tower, it's sometimes difficult for us to be seen together, and there has to be some sort of distance. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm looking very forward to it.
Oh, distance, when it must be had, must make the heart grow fonder. But if I was going to be showing my face at this party, so prestigious an event, then I needed simply the most beautiful kindred on my arm that night. She kind of strokes your hair some more. Now, as much as it pleases me to lie with you and talk about how much we have missed each other in our time enforced apart, I do have some matters to attend to. Tell me, you have recently been involved in some serious matters with other kindred within the bounds of London, have you not?
I have. You know that I've never really had a coterie or a group. I usually find a lot of kindred groups very backstabby.
Oh, they are, dear. I wouldn't put too much faith in your burgeoning friendships just yet, but when they hold, they can be the strongest thing that will outlast centuries of pain. So I cannot dissuade you from making these decisions, much as I fear for your own safety and the safety of your heart should they betray that trust. I know that you can be too trusting, my dear.
Oh, mistress, I'm so moved by your thoughts of my safety.
Well, it has not been a simple thing to not be at your side this entire time. Not have you at mine. But
Yes.
as you continue to grow into the person you were meant to become, I shall be able to spend more time with you without unconsciously shaping you to my own desires. You would be a terrible thing to waste. Now,
well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I was thinking maybe I should come with some of my coterie, newly forged coterie members to the party, sort of introduce ourselves a bit, put a bit of power behind it, just so my position is sort of more stable.
oh, that certainly has the ring of sense to it, as she kind of tilts her head to look up for a moment. And forgive me if I'm wrong, the majority of your coterie have not kneeled before the prince.
Yes, that's true. I would appreciate your patronage to sort of allow them to be tolerated as the Unbound are in London.
Well, I could perhaps extend my grace upon a few invitations so that you do not go too alone this party. I know that House Tremere has some spaces, and while Colette and a couple of the other acolytes were going to be brought along, I'm sure they wouldn't be too disappointed to have to remain behind.
Oh. Colette, oh. I would hate to see her not come to the party, but if that's a must.
As before I agree entirely, my dear Iskra,
Yes.
I must ask you, recently these unaffiliated coterie of yours and their escapades,
Yes.
did you slay kindred within the city of London?
Not me personally, but there was a sabbat intrusion into the city, and the coterie dispatched some of them.
I think I would have possibly preferred them to see what they could shake loose, but did the prince... Did you feel the touch of her justice upon any of you?
There was a Justicar present, and there was an agreement as far as taking care and jurisdiction over one of the shuffleheads.
So, by way of the Camarilla's Justicar, Prince of London gave up jurisdiction over criminals to Anarchs?
You know as well as I do that dirty matters are sometimes handled that way, where the tower doesn't want to involve itself directly, so finds people who will.
Oh.
And we were sort of in this position, I think.
I suppose it's not necessarily the end of the world. Bodes well for us.
I assumed I didn't contact you on the matter because I generally assumed that as much as Unbound and the tower bicker and fight, killing Sabbat is usually a safe bet on,
Oh, of course. I mean, I do not hold it against you. There's a great history in House Carna of slaying other kindred who need slaying.
Of course.
That's simply... It intrigues me, her reaction. She has been off of late. Only makes me anticipate this party all the more.
Well, then I'm ripe with anticipation as well.
Yes. How many invites do you need for your friends? I'm sure not all wish to go into such a risky proposition.
Huh. I think I think 2 will be enough. And I wouldn't be too surprised if just one person does attend from the coterie.
Excellent. Well, when you're done here, you can pass on to Colette and Matteo that they unfortunately have been moved out of their places for the evening. Hopefully they haven't spent too much on an outfit.
I'm so sad that Colette won't be there. Before I go, I there's one matter more that I would seek your guidance with.
Of course, child.
As you know, I devoted myself to the art of permanently changing the bodies of the kindreds, such that the day sleep doesn't revert us back to the forms we're not completely happy with. And I think
Indeed, I have been watching your progress with some joy. This is not necessarily an art that most of our clan follow particularly, but I see that you are improving with leaps and bounds.
I used for the good the art that was thrusted upon me. And but I was thinking that my powers still have limitations. I hate to say it, but even the blood sorcery, I think, have some limitations. And
it's true. All arts have their limitations, and sometimes it is a matter of potency, and sometimes knowledge, sometimes merely a matter of repetition.
see, this is why I was thinking that the strength of our house is our thinking outside of the box, thinking not just obviously having respect for the old ways, but transforming them and seeking new paths. And that's why I would love if you could point me in the direction of a master of the fleshcraft, possibly at Simichi, because the one that would be maybe willing to divulge to me parts of their art. As you well know, I already have some gifts of manipulating my body, and I would like to expand upon it. And I think that would maybe be the best way to do it. Would you please help me? She does like...
Yes, well, I have long seen your interest in arts following this way. I've been in contact with an old friend of mine. He has been living in Portugal these last few years, but I could send for him, see if he would visit us.
Oh, mistress. Thank you.
Oh, my dear. And she will kind of pull you close into a kiss.
She receives the kiss with full attention and passion.
Excellent. And if you have nothing else to say to Victoria this scene, she will pretty much just pull you into bed with her and use a little bit of magic just to close the curtains around the bed. And the audience sees nothing.
Behind the veil.
There are still 2 dead bodies in this bed, alongside the vampires. You want to point that out?
Them.
Absolutely
Just
normal
Tuesday.
vampire stuff.
Don't mind the necrophilic vibes. That's normal for them.
The first of many necrophilic sex scenes, I'm sure.
Technically, any sex with vampires is necrophilia. Think about that.
Yeah.
Well, most
all
vampires
dead.
can't even have real sex.
I don't love tooting my own horn, but I do love the concept of you asking for privacy and her just being like, yeah, I'll kill these guys.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, you want privacy?
Okay, I have the very strong feeling that this is break time. Very burgeoning feeling.
It's a good moment too.
But man, that was a fun first half to the session. We'll come back in 10:15 to finish any other little bits off for this party, and then get into at least the start of them.
Yeah.
Before everything goes wrong.
Before everything goes wrong. That's
Hey,
my favorite. It's when it all
Ding
goes
dong
bad.
dong.
Exactly.
Maybe Conrad should attend.
Conrad's becoming tempted.
I mean, so I have like 2 invitations. So for those.
Yeah, I mean,
who
clearly
want-
not for Lester.
Mm,
So-
I mean, Lester told me he doesn't
Yeah,
want to, so I
Lester-
fully like.
Lester said, I won't be able to restrain myself. I know.
Yes.
Enthusiastically denied, shall we say.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Both me and Iskra respect this decision.
Yeah. For anybody who is playing, if you do want to not go to the party and then want to leave the call and stuff for the rest of the day, that's fine. But if you want to stay and watch and maybe text people or something, that's also fine. But you don't have to stay here for the entire party if your characters aren't in the scene and probably aren't going to show up again for the rest of the session. I do understand how that could be. Anyway, see you guys in 10 to 15.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you're turning off, are you, Kuma? That's a camera.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stay in the call and everything.
Just gonna move your box and make everyone bigger. So, was there any final things anybody wanted to take care of?
I think before the party starts, I just want to say what Conrad might be doing in time. Yeah.
Why? Why would you disrupt me so heavily? Why would you throw that at me like a fucking brick? Are we gonna have to cut this out or put that into the VOD for context?
I will cut it out, and you'll get it in the special short
Special
for
edition.
YouTube or something.
But yes, Conrad would actually spend the time doing some research, trying to find new traces, digitally most likely, on the murderers of Mary Sulk.
I don't think Conrad has that much extra time to spare. Most of his downtime was spent
Oh
studying.
no, I mean like during the party. because
Oh,
he's
during the party, because you're not going. Okay. Yeah, you could certainly do some research. Give me just a intelligence occult or intelligence academics, just to see how much you get done with that during the party.
Cult or academics? I thought tech, but sure.
Tech also applies if you're doing the research technologically. You can
Yes,
do it with
I
tech.
would be trying to scour the internet for like their addresses or something, or criminal records, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Since I actually know their names, since I have the person murdered by them.
Yeah. Give me.
And I would like to use willpower on that.
You may use willpower on that.
That could be worse.
You do find one of them. He spent a few years in prison and has since gotten out. It was just for a drunken assault. He spent 4 years in jail. He now lives kind of quite a rundown little flat. Works construction.
I would like to make notes of that, perhaps take some investigation of the general area and such, but not make any moves beyond it for now. And that would probably be the last thing Conrad does.
Alrighty. Yeah, you make note of the address. You find place of work, where he goes. Find him on Facebook. He posts lots of kind of these religious posts about God and forgiveness and things. So, the night the full moon rises over all of you. Can I have some rouse checks?
But of course.
As you awaken. Or if we were playing the new rules, you'll lose health.
Awakening is so painful.
Great.
We all get hungry.
Excellent.
I'm sure there's gonna be food at the party, so you know how you don't eat when you're like,
Exactly.
It's gonna be free.
The anticipation.
Has Iskra messaged Francesca or anything
I was
at this
thinking
point?
how that would be. I think after leaving, if we could just do it in the past, I would just call you, actually call you on the phone, to invite you.
When you get the final numbers from your coterie, do you let Victoria know that it's only 1 instead of 2?
I would inform Victoria that of the 2 invitations, I will only use 1 in the end.
A white limousine rolls up outside of Iskra's tattoo parlor at around 10:30 in the evening.
And I think, would you come to my place so we can attend together, Francesca, or?
No, she would not.
Okay.
Come to yours.
Okay, then I will get into the car.
Excellent. In the back of the car is Victoria and Colette.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you, Colette, and of course, Mistress. I'm so excited for the party.
Colette goes, yes, we were informed that we wouldn't be able to join, and then Victoria said that you'd given up one of your invitations for us.
Yes, one of my coterie mates couldn't make it, and I didn't want to waste Mistress's invitation.
It's not What a shame they couldn't come. Still, it should be a fun night. Victoria kind of looks, kind of pulls you into the seat next to her. Goes, are we going to be collecting your friend?
I'm pretty sure she will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you would tell me that you want to be collected, but I would say she will.
Franceska
find
would have
her
just
own.
asked for the location.
I think, she will find her own way.
Yeah, you would have been told by Victoria it is at the Scepter. On, I believe, the 63rd floor.
I will check my map because I wrote what floors they have. It is floor 66 and 67.
Ah! 6-7.
How dare you?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
You offend me, sir. You offend me.
So, you head over to the Scepter in this limousine. Victoria kind of asking Colette about her studies, asking you similar questions, Iskra. Do you tell her about the ghost in your basement?
Yeah, I would probably mention that as you well know, it's just my heaven is a place of power, and I noticed that I have some other, like, being from the other sides haunting the place, and
The veil is thin.
yes, exactly.
See, Colette, this is why sending Iskra out into the wild is a good thing. Look at what bounties she provides for us.
Of course, mistress, I
Colette is fully pouting.
take great care to study the place, use its power, and I've been, through the help of one of my coterie mates, able to persuade the Wraith that it's a good idea to keep it civil between us.
Indeed.
I'm even interested how that will impact my magics. It's a fascinating field of study, actually.
I'm sure that you will tread new paths in it. I continue to expect great things from you. Now, Colette, you were telling me that you managed to perform a new ritual the other day, and they kind of talk about some fairly low-level thaumaturgy and blood rituals. Yes, well, it's good progress still. I do hope that you aren't slacking at all. Colette just kind of, anytime Victoria looks away, is just like shooting little glares at you, Iskra.
Good back, like she's not great at like keeping up pretenses.
Eventually, your limousine gets to the Shard, the scepter of Ventru influence over London. The tall, gleaming glass building that towers over a lot of central London. When you enter, there are various nice cars pulling up around, finding parking, dropping people off, and then driving off to await their return. And a reasonably steady stream of people are headed over to a side elevator with a little marking etched into the steel just near the ceiling. A little Two ghouls stand before this elevator. We see smiling and nodding at the people. Their short conversations before opening the lift with their key cards and sending people up. As you approach the ghouls, they kind of look at you. Miss Victoria, she kind of smiles, pulls out from her little scarf. She's wearing this kind of like red, quite sleek dress, like a little black shawl wrapped around her shoulders on this strapless dress. And she kind of pulls out of the shawl these 4 little white invitations, red lettering, hands them. And she goes, one of our party will be following up behind. Iskra, what was your friend's name?
Franceska DeMarco.
Yes, when she arrives, make sure that she is sent up. And kind of look at each other for a moment. Of course, Miss Victoria. One of them swipes his key card, calls down the elevator. And you are headed inside with the next group of kindred to arrive. This man and this woman wearing kind of like sleek attire. The man's wearing this like dark maroon suit, kind of shimmery material. The woman is wearing like the ruffles from an old Victorian dress without the majority of the dress. And you recognize them. You met them in a club recently.
One of the cabs I gave my card to.
And kind of like, Iskra, is this your friend? I think we've heard of you, Lady Victoria. Seems we boarded the elevator in rare company. Victoria kind of smiles and goes, how do you know my child?
We ran into each other.
Yes, she is always running around. Yeah. And they go, and who is this? Sorry, I don't know you. I'm Colette. I'm part of the Chantry. And Victoria, just an acolyte. Now, you were saying you ran into my child Iskra here.
I was looking for some information, and you very helpfully provided it to me.
Yes, we met her out on an evening. She seemed a wildly fascinating creature.
Thank you.
She remains one of my better decisions. I hope you two have a good evening tonight at the party. As the doors open at the top of the elevator, you find yourself in a large floor of a building. A few rooms to themselves, office-like, a few places where kindred stay, but the majority of the floor is this large room with columns, various bars around, music playing, DJ in the corner, and floor-to-ceiling windows that view out over London. Kindred and kind mingle and eat and drink and enjoy themselves. Various alcohols and drugs are available to enhance your food for the evening. Victoria kind of turns and goes, well, it was nice talking to the two of you. I must introduce Iskra and Colette to Prince. Colette kind of stands up a little bit straighter, smirks at you. That look in her eye, like, I'm getting introduced to the prince.
I will let it go this time. And just take in the atmosphere because I'm in enemy territory now.
Yeah, there's a lot of like mingling. There's these various kind of like reclining places, these little circles of couches and chairs that often you see like a kindred kind of reclining, taking up a sofa, while on the sofas next to them 3 or 4 kindred kind of sit, kind of leaning in their direction. These little pockets of influence. Victoria leads you to one of the doors where a kindred stands outside. As you stand there, Victoria looking at this kindred, they don't say a word to each other, but after a minute and a half, the door opens and 2 female kindred leave. One you do not recognize, and one Juliette Parr. She kind of smiles at you as she walks past, and the man closes the door, and then after another minute, opens it, leans in, and goes, "The Lady Victoria of House Carna, of the London Chantries, and 2 of her acolytes." Victoria smiles as she walks into the room. Inside, you see this beautiful woman. She's got kind of this thick, dark hair. She looks in her kind of early 50s. These gold necklaces, dangling gold jewelry.
I think as I walk in, I will activate Sense the Unseen, just out of interest, just to be aware if there's like.
Give me wits awareness.
What's the difficulty?
Give me a second. I had it a second ago. Wits of skill. Yeah, sorry. Give me wits or specs.
Oh, they're all.
Against. Ooh, a difficulty. She's going to use some willpower on that. Jesus, Anne! You're meant to be doing a good job! She's going to spend another willpower. Excellent! She also gets 3 successes. You sense the faintest of shadow around her power.
Interesting.
She
Would
kind of
I?
smiles at Victoria, stands up. It's good to see you. Have you brought acolytes to swear in? She kind of stands before you. Colette hastily, like, curtsies, bowing her head down quite low.
I think Iskra like doing about a bit like stiffly, a bit maybe not super well refined, but with a degree of reverence.
Victoria's like, yes, this is the acolyte of the Chantry, Colette, and my child, Iskra. I'm happy to present them to you for. And Queen Anne goes, yes, you present them. They are presented. Yes, they can run along and enjoy the party. We have things to talk about. And Victoria kind of kisses your cheek. Goes, I will be out later. Do you want to enjoy yourself?
First, mistress, I will see you later. And I will dutifully leave the room with another short curtsy.
Yeah, Colette goes, yes, we will leave you to your privacy. And Victoria turns to her and goes, you're representing the House Carna. Do not overindulge.
I would never.
No, she says that to Colette.
Sorry.
You can still say that. She goes, of course you wouldn't, dear. I was merely, our dear Colette has not had as much time outside of our bounds and rules. Colette is just fully glaring at you right now. And Kinyan goes, well, this is all very fun, but we have things to do. Shoo. And yeah, you head out into this party, a colourful and noisome place. People are chatting and enjoying themselves. They are having a whale of a time. You see various pine being nibbled on bright central locations. Meanwhile, Franceska.
Yes.
You have been informed that this evening there is a party that you're invited to at the center.
Yeah, and there's one thing to take care of before she goes there. She's currently at 3 hunger, after all. And so she is going to head to Michael's club, or like hanging around any basically looking for places you might expect somebody to walk out of quite upset, which clubs and bars typically do be a good place to do that. And she's going to attempt to sniff out somebody with a melancholic resonance as she is roaming around.
Right. Give me a hunting roll.
I believe to find the person with the resonance first, I would need to roll my bloodhound pool.
Yes, that is indeed what you would need.
So let's try.
While this is going on, quick retcon for anyone listening along. Their guards at the entrance to the party have a detector for weapons, metal, and other telecommunications devices. So anybody bringing one along would have that removed from them before they arrive at the party.
Is there a difficulty set for Bloodhound? I don't remember.
How long are you going to spend doing this before the party?
Oh, she doesn't want to spend too long, but she does need to feed, and she would definitely prefer it to be on somebody of Like, when would she have woken from day sleep?
Like 9-ish, probably.
I think she's willing to spend an hour or so, maybe a little more on this hunt.
Okay, I'll say difficulty of 3 then.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Find someone sad in London? Why is this even a hunt? 90% of the people have melancholic residents.
The normal difficulty of the Bloodhound test is difficulty 3. That is the normal difficulty for it.
There we go. Then. Yeah. You can always take a risk and try and run into one at the party.
That is 4 successes. So
Excellent.
that will. The difficulty can go a little higher for people wearing like perfume and stuff. So I think she's got a pretty good sense of it right now.
Yeah. You find a guy who's just kind of like sitting down in the park alone at night, smoking a cigarette.
How intense is the scent of melancholy on this man? That can be both with the ability and not.
Well, I decided against having you meet him on the side of a bridge.
Ooh, that seems rather strong. Ooh.
He's a melancholy man.
Yeah.
She's kind of like sitting there, maybe like mid-30s. Looks a little rough. Have a bit scruffy clothes.
You sat at a bar, though. How will I get this man in a place where I can bite him?
Well, you are.
Does he seem? What'd you say?
You are a gorgeous woman.
But that might make his resonance change to sanguine.
It very well could. That is true.
And I'm trying to avoid that. So, how drunk is he?
He's, you see, like, just kind of nursing this one beer.
Probably not very then.
Yeah. After a little while, he finishes this beer and heads over to the guys' toilets.
He will attempt to go after him
Stealthily?
without being noticed. Yeah.
The old dexterity stealth.
Yeah.
Posture stealth.
I think she will activate, I don't know, would that help in this situation? I don't know. I think she'll activate Fleetness just to try and help her, speed up her thoughts and everything a little bit, stay out of sight a bit better. Able to look around, avoid people better.
Yeah.
If I... yeah.
Alright.
And so that will be stealth, dexterity.
Yeah, you can add celerity as well if you're using it.
Celerity and her specialty of ambushes, because that's what she is doing to this man, would come in. What difficulty would I be rolling against?
To not be seen going into the guys' toilets, this is going to be a difficulty 5.
Okay. I think I will blood surge then.
Fair enough. Surge that blood. Keep pausing the game.
Okay. Yes, it worked.
Whoo! So, like a gust of wind there 1 second, gone the next. You step through the door in his shadow, just getting through the door before anyone could even notice you move.
And she takes
And you're in a dirty pub toilet with a depressed man.
yuck. Yeah, she takes a quick look, makes sure nobody's in the bathroom here. It is decently early in the night, so
Roll me a
perhaps not.
d10.
Just a d10. I
Just
forgot
a
how to do this.
d10. If you fail this roll, there's someone in the bathroom.
There's not anybody in the bathroom. And she will begin to feed on this man.
He starts walking up to the urinal. And you get him from behind, I'm assuming?
She is going to bite him on his wrist.
And starts, feeling the effects of the kiss as you begin drinking from him. Kind of starts to slump.
Is this man... How strong is the resonance now that she's actually drinking from him? Is he just at intense, or is it an acute resonance or a dyscrasia?
It is just intense.
Okay.
It's not acute or dyscrasia.
Got it.
You would have needed more successes on your Bloodhound roll to find someone that depressed. That feels like a reasonable way to get it.
Oh, I could have re-rolled dice. It doesn't matter. But yeah, she will drain a safe amount of blood from this man then. As she is only at 3 hunger still, surprisingly, so she'll only take 2 without harming him.
Kind of stumbles against the wall a little bit.
And before he's out of the daze, she will walk out of this bathroom and out of the pub.
Alrighty, no one really gives you a second glance as you head out of there. Feeling a little melancholy, which kind of aligns with how you feel a lot of the time.
If I had to place her resonance, her actual resonance most of the time would probably be at empty, but it's similar enough.
At least now you're sad.
I'm sad instead of soulless. Yay.
Bruja shouldn't have an empty resonance. It's wrong.
It should be choleric all the time.
Always.
She will go to her haven once more and get dressed into her clothes for this party and head off to the Shard.
Righty, so try and get dressed. And we go, everyone can see her outfit for the night. She's got a hip skirt on.
Yes, she will. Now that she's sated and properly dressed and everything, she will head to the Shard, as Iskra told her to.
Excellent. There's a few less people showing up as you do. There's quite a lot of cars parked around the nearby streets. And in a nearby bar, you do spot a gathering of drivers.
She
gonna say you head into the scepter, into the shard.
Yes, she's not mingling with anybody outside or anything. She's just heading straight in.
Yeah, there is an elevator with a little ankh scratched or embossed into the metal near the ceiling, with two men, ghouls, standing outside of it in dark suits with little earbuds.
She strolls up to them and kind of waits for them to say something if they're going to.
Do you have an invitation?
I was invited by Victoria, Rob.
Ah, Miss Victoria's guests. Could I have your name, please? The other one kind of like looks down at a clipboard. Yes, we have you here. The one you're talking to kind of pulls out from a little holster this little sweeping wand. Do you have anything on you?
She would have left behind everything. She does not need weapons. She doesn't carry any. And she would have left behind her phone. This is a Camarilla party. She knows that they don't need technology, even if it is as outdated as her phone is.
Guard looks at the scanner and goes, "Sorry, according to this, your body is a weapon. You're gonna have to leave that at the door. We've got head carriers. It's fine. No, sorry. Yeah, they will let you in. The guard pulls out a key card, scans it at the pad for the elevator, and the doors open.
And she will head in.
Excellent. As you get to the top, well, not the top, not the tippy top, but the 66th floor of the shard is almost entirely combined, apart from a few private rooms where discussions and other such things can go on at these parties. This large atrium of shaded glass with steps to different mezzanine levels at different heights, where the entire building looks like MC Escher sculpture of glass and light.
Mute for just a moment. Just letting you know.
All right. I will continue describing the party. These various rooms and private chambers that aren't off limits so much as just not where the party is. There's various elegantly dressed kindred in outfits spanning the centuries. You see backwards baseball caps and long naval coats from times past, as well as velvet jackets and silk dresses and those clubbing outfits that really look like nothing more than lingerie. I'll say what I see.
She probably does stand out somewhat, but I mean, she's looking to make a good impression, which usually leads to standing out a bit.
Yeah. You do spot Sydney seated at a chair with a couple of kindred seated around him. You do not spot Gwen. And a young woman with a clear, open face and wearing kind of this pink dress with a red hem that looks like it has draped in spilled blood, almost. But it is just sewing. He walks up to you, and Juliette smiles and goes, "Ha! You made it. That is good. I didn't think I'd dropped enough hints."
Well, managed to get a invite from somebody I know.
I knew you would. Kind of grabs 2 glasses off of a passing waiter, filled up with a thick red fluid. Goes, "Would you like some?"
Oh, I'm rather sated.
You know you come to a party hungry. It's just wasteful.
I was looking for something a little more fresh.
These were just poured. And you see, like, behind the bar, there is just, like, 3 people kind of dripping into glasses from their wrists. Not looking, like, tied down or anything.
When I say fresh, I mean, straight from the source.
That's available as well. It's just a bit harder to talk over it, But waste not, want what. She'll shoot one of the glasses back and hold the other as she kind of passes the other glass off to a server walking around. Oh. Well, there's lots of catching up we have to do, of course. I mean, it's been a little while, but it's good to see you.
You too.
I mean, did you ever think we'd get this far, the 2 of us?
I tend to not try to keep my hopes up.
Oh. That's a bit of a worrying thing to hear. I remember you used to be a little bit more proactive in achieving your hopes.
Oh, I still put as much effort into it as I can. It's just I don't rely on getting the results. I rely on perfecting the process, you might say.
Kind of smiles at you and she goes, "Well, I can't disagree with perfecting the process. You certainly have. Well, you've certainly been involved in a few different ways to do it these nights of ours, haven't you?
I would say so.
I do hope that you are going to stay active a little more. It's been dreadfully dull the last few years.
Well, as you might imagine, I've been looking for a little more excitement. Same thing over and over again. Well, that doesn't please anybody.
I can certainly see that. I mean, it does get repetitive. It's endless cycles. But, I simply see it as new chances. Many kindred get stuck in patterns and repeat themselves, but as long as you are progressing, you are already steps above most. No, what it really matters is people you meet. More and more I'm finding that. If you find good people, you should keep an eye on them. You never know what people get up to behind your back, after all.
I'm aware of how much or how little I can trust the people around me. I know what they're good for, I know what I lack information on. And
she kind of laughs. She goes, "Dear, wasn't talking about the people around you. It's your trustworthiness that's a bit more on the fence. Your former allegiance aside, there's the mere fact that it's your former allegiance. Once turned, well, that's once. Twice turned, thrice.
Let's try to keep it at once.
Certainly. I can use a flipper. I can't use someone I cannot trust at all. I can only plan for them.
She'll lean down close to Juliette. I'm assuming Juliette
she's
is
looking
quite
like
short.
She's very short. She's like 5 foot.
Yeah, she has to lean down quite a lot. And she just like.
Are you trying to smother me in your cleavage?
What? No, I'm trying to be quiet. Ah, God.
If you have something quiet to say, there are soundproof rooms, but don't for an instant imagine any whisper that you do hear is going to be enough. You see him wince over there every time a cup gets put down. Points out kind of like an unobtrusive man, not really being involved in any communications. He's one of mine. She's the prince's. Fairly sure they're Tremere spies. Those are, of course, Toreadors from up north.
Oh, right, let's go into a bloody room then.
You're saying, I mean, it's not exactly private, and she'll kind of lead you to one of the private rooms. Like a small meeting room, there's a table, like 5 chairs around it. So, what is it? I don't have forever. If I'm seen in unknown company for too long, it's going to cause all sorts of questions, as a Justicar. Every move I make, even when I'm not making any moves, make people wary.
Yes, I understand. It's just... all I wanted to say was that as much as my word may or may not matter, you can trust me. And as much as my word may or may not matter, I would say you could trust me, and I missed you.
She kind of smiles up at you, punches upwards to get you in the shoulder, and just goes, "You sap. You're going to make me weep, you know." Look, I am not saying all of this to say that you are some untrustworthy person who has wasted any attempt at coming in from the cold, but merely to warn you that unconditional trust cannot exist between one who wishes to stay as free as you do and one who occupies the position I do. However, it seems unfortunately I may be returning to London with some reasonable frequency over the next coming months. And when I do, it would be nice to spend time together.
But I can't deny that. I mean, I'm aware that you can't, trust me and as completely, but it's...
Well, Julie trusts you. Justicar Pa cannot.
Of course. I understand that.
She kind of tilts her head, giggles, and goes, "So are we going to have fun at the party?"
Yes. I know.
Kind of grabs your hand and starts skipping out of the room.
She will walk normally, which I believe the height difference is enough that she is able to keep up quite easily doing so.
100%. Yeah, the party is enjoyable. You spot Iskra. What would Iskra be doing while Victoria's in this conversation with the prince?
I think sort of like the transition from this talk is like doors to a bathroom stall opening and like 3 or 4 people exiting it. And it's like probably 3 or 4 mortals I fed like, I don't know, like methadone or something like that.
Yeah, no.
To drink to drink some like tainted blood.
If you look around, like various mortals have these little bracelets in different colors that represent different drugs, and there are a couple of menus around that are essentially just like color keys. And yeah, you were able to find some.
Iskra probably have something on her because she's ready for a party.
You are able to do as you say. You find some happy kind who are perfectly willing to take whatever's in your pocket.
I'm gonna slake one of my hungers and also slake the hunger for the party atmosphere.
Yes, I think this would be the drugs that you're giving them would probably give them quite an intense resonance of either choleric or sanguine, most likely. Some kind of uppers, right?
Yeah, these are all like stimulants for sure.
Yeah, so probably intensely choleric, I would say.
Whoa. So like, okay, I'm at the party finally, and
they're like all kind of like dancing with each other. And like one of them like tries to pull you into the middle of the dance.
Thanks, dear. I need to find my friend, and I will start looking for Franceska.
You know, the 6'2" woman in heels isn't exactly hard to find. I would think.
Yeah. Give me wits awareness, difficulty 0.
Checking if like, something distracts me on the way. What?
You know, like she's also got some parts of her clothes that are bright red. It's like,
yeah.
She kind of stands out like a sore thumb. You know, nearly 2 meters tall. About 0.3% of the population is taller than her. Like, in these heels.
She appears.
Like,
yeah. You find Franceska kind of being pulled out of a room by Juliette. I'm just looking at like various things I've prepped, and I'm like, this party will be 3 sessions long, guys.
Oh no.
Party's gonna go on forever. Party's the rest of the Chronicle. I tricked you into doing a Camarilla campaign after all.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're able to find Franceska quite easily. She's currently with Juliette. They seem to be like... Juliette seems to be taking Franceska over to one of the dance floors.
Yeah, I would just like touch base with Franceska and say, oh, thank you that you made it. I thought we could use being a bit active on the scene, making us stand, making it well known that we're important now.
Oh, I understand. It's I haven't done anything like this in a very long time. So it's pleasant
Yeah, I usually don't bother with places like that, but this might bring some opportunities. A lot of people that mean something will be here.
Ah, yes, no, I'm quite aware. And she kind of looks back over to Sydney to see if he has yet noticed that she's here.
You see, he is not really looking at you, but his attention is turning to be over the area of the party you're in.
So he'll probably notice quite quickly.
You are a 7-foot-tall woman.
Now, hold on.
In
Not
your
quite that big.
heels, he does appear to have noticed you. He's not really making eye contact at the moment.
It was just a glance towards him to see if he's yet noticed, and after saying that he has, she turns her attention back to Iskra. Was Iskra saying anything else? I think she was, but
She was just saying hello mostly. Like,
Yeah,
you,
just
you, you
like,
made it. You made it.
yeah, I think I would say that I'm probably gonna try and mingle with people, see what's the atmosphere like. I don't know if you have any sort of plans or people you want to touch base with.
Juliette looks at you, Iskra, and goes, "Look, I'm sorry, you can catch up a little later. It's been over 80 years. We're dancing." And continues trying to drag Franceska to the dance floor, knowing that if Franceska doesn't want to be moved, she won't be.
Yeah. When she does that, Franceska says, "Well, you heard the tiny lady," and starts walking off with her.
Juliette just goes, "I'm big in spirit." Yeah, and she will just dance with you for a bit. Just wanting to spend some time doing something with no motivation that is purely enjoyable, essentially, with an old friend. And perhaps a little bit of feeling like you particularly need that.
I mean, it's painted on her face. Like, it's like she all the time is either got a completely neutral expression or looks ambiently angry. Like, she could definitely use this.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Iskra, as you kind of explore the party, Colette has immediately detached from you to go and find some other kindred to talk with. You see her kind of like laughing and chatting with a couple of nice-looking, young-looking kindred, while they share this slightly blissed-out-looking young lady.
Yeah.
Just taking little sips from her wrist and laughing with each other. Various other kindred. How much do you know of like the important kindred in the city? Would you know any by look outside of House Tremere?
Honestly, probably not that much. I don't think I probably maybe heard some names, but I don't think I've been able to like put faces on a lot of them, especially because like, you know, Camarilla like don't use any like sort of electronic forms of communication. They you know, try to keep on the down low, and I usually go to places that are much more like unbound coded. I'll actually like look around if I see anyone that doesn't seem like Camarilla, like if there are any other like Anarchs that bothered to show up for some reason. Other than that, I would just like be my beaming self and I would try to actually, you know, draw attention to myself, dancing and stuff.
Okay. So as you are dancing and enjoying yourself, don't run over my table, wheelie chair. Sorry. Give me a minute. Where did I leave it? Yeah, a young woman, quite beautiful, long blonde hair, green eyes. She's wearing kind of like quite a flowy dress. It looks quite 60s, kind of like slightly tie-dye inspired. This mix of colors. She's like dancing nearby, kind of turns to face you, grabs one hand, spins you.
I started to dance with her.
Yeah, she starts like dancing kind of faster and faster in this way that can only be described as unnatural. A way that only a kindred can dance. A way that, if you breathed, would leave you a little out of breath keeping up with her.
I'll try to keep up.
She
have a specialty in dance.
Yeah, give me stamina dance. Is there another thing? Stamina athletics, maybe?
It's
Because I have performance.
Stamina
specialty
performance.
dance.
Yes, of course it'd be. Sorry.
What's the difficulty?
To keep up with her is a difficulty of 3. To do better than her is a difficulty of 5.
Okay, I'll go for free and see how it goes. Oh. I'll willpower.
And Iskra has toppled.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Scarios. So, you, unfortunately, you're trying to keep up, and in doing so, in activating your muscles to that degree, you start kind of squeezing her hands quite hard, your movement becoming a little erratic, and as a waiter is walking past, you swing your arm and smash this tray into their face. They collapse to the ground, dazed. A few people go silence for just a split second in the party. You see the DJ just like holding the record still, looking at you before he lets go after about a second. See this lady kind of like, oh, calm down there. Hey, you're getting a little rowdy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
You see Colette kind of laughing very loudly with a group of kindred that she's found herself with. You see her kind of like turn and just point at you with an outstretched arm and laugh.
If you look over at Franceska, she kind of noticed what happened. It's just like she's like, oh my god, oh no, like kind of trying to look away from it, but she keeps like flickering back to it, like, oh god.
yeah. I will try and recover from it by saying, yeah, I would need to sit down for a second. I'm sorry.
Yes, that stupid kind shouldn't have gotten so close to you. Come,
Yeah,
sit.
exactly.
Clearly you aren't used to our dances just yet.
Right.
I'm Liana. It's nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen you at one of these things before.
I'm Iskra. I don't usually attend parties,
What is
especially Ivory Tower ones.
Oh? No. I already seen you were destructive, but I didn't put you for... Anna? How did you get through the door? There's not many with the influence to secure an invitation to one of these events.
Well, as you might imagine, I murdered the guards, made my way into this area, and then went to a bloody frenzy.
Kind of puts a hand over her mouth. Oh. Well, you are fun, aren't you? Is this all some kind of plot? Are you here to assassinate the prince, are you?
Of course, you've seen through my deception.
Perhaps I should fear for my own unlife. Such a dangerous rogue, kindred such as yourself.
Well, you know what they say about Anarchs. We leave the path of destruction behind us.
So, what is the name of my kidnapper? It's clearly, in order not to reveal your plot, you have held me hostage here.
Oh, I don't hide behind names. My name is Iskra. I'm, Anarchs are so bold that they don't even use aliases.
No.
She says about a clear alias.
She kind of looks at you and smiles kind of softly at you. So, what of the plans do you come from? Let me guess. Kind of takes your hand up to her mouth for just a moment, just breathes in. Goes, But you're not a rose such as I? Raises her eyebrow. I do not think so. You would be better at dancing. Clearly too pretty to be a bruja.
Oh,
You don't speak the madness of a Malkavian. You're the shadow or the pyramid?
I was born into the pyramid, but then collapsed.
That's an interesting story. I mean, not many escape from the houses.
I had help from my sire, and then managed to make my way into being free of the pyramid.
Well, not entirely though, do you? The ropes that tied you to them. She kind of takes the hand that she never really let go of and holds it up so that she can interlace her fingers with yours, kind of palm up. Like, they are still tangled around you, aren't they? The only difference is now you have to swim.
None of us are completely free, so to say. None of us can leave the bounds of our clans, coteries, sects. Just something more burdensome than other times.
Yes, you aren't wrong there. I do wonder. Sorry, I'm trying to hold on to this voice for her, but it just keeps slipping away.
It's
That's not it. No, we're not starting this now. You will obey me, throat.
That's quote worthy.
Nobody clip that.
Everybody clip that.
She kind of looks at you. Well, I suppose it could be said that a lot of these don't hold you too tight. I mean, I myself have not particularly strained against the boundaries of the Camarilla. But if they were that straining for you, you wouldn't still be in the city that you're in.
You're right.
That's why I push to allow the Anarchs their childish rebellion. They, at the end of the day, follow the same laws and obey the same prince, much as they might wish they didn't have to. So, really, what different is it but a coat of paint? Or a silk robe?
Well,
The only real shame is that more of them don't get to come to these lovely parties.
you have to attend an Anarch party someday. We throw pretty good ones, I would say. You know?
Well,
A rose needs to maybe leave the garden.
oh, it's not in one of those dingy, dirty warehouses in it. I think I might literally die.
Well, we have our own aesthetic to maintain.
Well, maintenance is all I ask for, darling. A little bit of sweeping and cleaning. Paint the walls with something.
Graffiti or two, you mean?
At least that. Just concrete and fucking dead bodies in the corners, not really my vibe.
I don't see many dead bodies at Anarch parties, other than the ones that dance and have fun.
No, I wouldn't know myself. It's only what I've heard. You've got to understand. They do tell a lot to try and keep us in check, but I mean, if you had a horde of hungry murderers under your command, you'd need them in check as well. I don't begrudge it.
Right. She would laugh a bit, but yeah. What is it that you do other than attend parties for the Camarilla?
I mean, attending parties is the main thing, but when there's nothing particularly fun happening, I inspire. I'm the patron of an art gallery, and a variety of artists do paint and sculpt images inspired by the emotions that I bestow upon them.
Really? That's interesting because I am a bit of an artist myself, and like she would like take out her business card, which I think I already described as like her name on like a blood red business card with no other information, like maybe like a tattoo master written beneath, and I hand her the card.
Give me either composure or resolve insight.
Composure or resolve insight.
That is a social pool, if you have beautiful. I don't remember if you do. That's Lester.
Yeah, Lester's the beautiful one. Against a difficulty of 5. As she kind of leans closer, this flowy dress just like draping away from her chest as she leans towards you. She's an artist, you say? Tracing a little circle in the back of your hand with her thumb.
Blood search. Can I'm because I'm a scene kid, I don't know if that would add a dice here for like a social roll.
Yeah, sure. This isn't a million miles away from your scene, while being incredibly different at the same time. You feel yourself becoming a little bit seduced by this woman.
I will definitely reroll here.
And she kind of smiles at you and she goes, I hope.
I think I have one more reroll here, right?
You can indeed.
Yeah, there's
I
two
hope
more
I
dice
can
to reroll.
inspire you to some new artistic height. I mean, most of my herd are ghouls or kind.
Okay, that's a crit.
Oh, she crit! She
So
managed it!
that's
So this is, yeah, 6 successes. So you are not objectively seduced by this woman. You are aware that she is putting it on for sure. Essentially, this is not entirely she's attracted to you. It's not she's attracted to you, but it's mostly she gets her way with people. Is what
I
you sense
sense
from
that
that.
the vitae and like the discipline being used on me, right?
Yeah. He goes, well, she's not using a discipline.
Oh,
This is
just
non-supernatural charm.
okay.
She goes, yes, well, my ghouls, you see, they say a taste of my blood inspires them to artistic heights of passion. And I've not tried it with many kindred, if you would like a sip.
I would love for us to exchange some vitae between us.
Well, it's not the most romantic way of putting it, but I cannot resist an artist. And she will kind of bite her wrist.
I'll do the same.
Alright. You share some vitae with Liana.
Yeah.
As you do so, you feel a hand on your shoulder. You
Just
look up.
before, I
Mhm.
would use my taste for blood. So like resolve blood sorcery to.
Oh, try and figure out what generation and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, that's not allowed. She's trying to blood bond you. You're not meant to get something out of it.
It is resolved, by the way.
It is resolved, yeah.
Damn, nearly a crit. Did succeed though.
Yeah. She is 7th generation.
I think.
I would.
Doesn't it only tell you the difference in blood potency?
Oh, it
Yeah,
does.
the different. If
Ignore
I crit
that. You don't know what generation she is. What's blood?
You know nothing about this woman. Ooh.
Yeah, relative
I
blood potency, and that she's a kindred.
Yeah.
She's a kindred.
They can determine the likely generation.
Yeah. You can do the math.
She has a blood potency of 5.
So 4 difference.
Yeah, 4 different between you.
I mean, it's only gonna be up unless they're a thin blood. So, like,
Yeah, but I can tell. I can sort of like tell.
Tell if it's the same.
I can like tell the degree of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you do not sense any diameter. I'll tell you that. 3.
Yeah, I. This is probably one of the most potent bloods I've tasted. I think it's more. I mean, it's like more potent than my sire's blood for sure.
And as you are enjoying the potency of that vitae, feel a hand clasp your shoulder a little tight.
Mm-hmm.
As Victoria looks down at you, goes, "Thoughts?
Mistress.
I saw you here. Would you introduce me to your friend?"
Of course.
She's just
I had-
smiling down at you with no eyes involved.
I had the pleasure of getting to know Liana, the Toreador.
Ah, Toreador. I understand. Yes, well, it's nice to meet Juliana. Oh, well, pleasure's all mine. I do hope to see Iskra here again. She's certainly interesting. Victoria's smile goes even more brittle as she kind of looks down. She goes, "If it's not too much of a bother, I do have to drag my child away for a moment."
I will, excuse myself and thank you, Liana. Those.
Yeah. Her grip on your wrist at them when you stand up is painfully tight.
That was certainly a pleasure.
Fuck. I did explain to you about blood pots, didn't I?
Of course, mistress. I'm aware, but
The risks you take. She kind of takes in this deep, deep breath for a moment. This old reflex in her for calming down. As she kind of like walks away from the main body of the dancing and the party. Looks in your eyes. She's like, I thought you at least would have the sense to remain mostly clear-headed.
mistress is a party. I need to indulge.
Well, at least you didn't, make a public spectacle of yourself. You're right. I'm sorry for my reaction. I have just received some bad news, but that is unrelated. Now, did your friend make it in the end?
Yes, she's actually on the dance floor with Juliette Parr.
A single eyebrow just raises. I can't stay upset with you. Shall we dance a little, my dear?
That wouldn't be the party if we didn't.
She is going to walk to you to the dance floor. Dancing around. Would Franceska still be dancing with Juliette? Juliette would kind of let you stop whenever you wanted, but feels like you need a good half an hour of just body movement, no thoughts.
I mean, she doesn't really stop thinking the whole time. As tends to be the case with people like Franceska, she can't really stop thinking about things, even when she is trying to relax.
Juliette just looks at you and she goes, "Could make you. If you do want to have a good night, I could command you."
Having a good night.
Well, I just... You seem tense.
When am I not?
Well, exactly. I'm asking, I'm not insisting or deciding it's what's best for you. I'm simply asking, do you want
I'm already
to stop
having a
thinking
good
about
time.
Okay, then I will let it go. I will drop it. It's dropped. It's on the floor. It's scurrying away over there. See, the thought is gone. It has run through that hole. Sorry. Distracted.
I think if Juliette would allow her, Franceska would, actually kiss her at some point and essentially see if she wants Franceska to bite her.
Ooh. I think she would stop you.
Yeah, and
I think she would stop you. She'd go, "I am flattered. You need to stand a little taller, a little more secure in yourself before you lean on me. I don't think that would be fair on you."
she silently puts her hand on top of Juliette's head and then raises her hand up to where the top of her head is, just insinuating, "I think I'm standing pretty tall."
Yes. I literally... I've been thinking about going to see a Samisi about it. To be honest, people just won't shut up about it. I get it. I'm tiny.
Yeah, I understand. It's your decision.
Look, I kind of reaches up for your chin. Just look, this isn't no. It's just, I'm not a bandit.
I'm fine with waiting.
We've already proved we're both quite good at waiting, haven't we? It's another decade when you get your mind sorted.
Yes, well, we'll see. I think I should, try and see what's going on with everybody else around here. Well, not everybody else, obviously, but the people I'm interested in speaking with.
To be honest, I've used up too much time on fun tonight already. I mean, I have things to do and take care of, but
You're a very
Franceska?
important woman.
no. Important is bigger than the woman most of these days. Do find some time for it. But I just want you to know, as I said, I will wait. But I won't wait while I wait.
You're talking like a Malkavian again.
That's unusual. I never talk like an Malkavian.
If you want to be
That
technical,
looks-
you always do.
Wait. I'm a Malkavian? Why didn't anybody ever tell me? No. Look, it has been fun, but as you say, you have people to talk to, I have people to interrogate.
Of course.
I won't let it be as long as last time. I'll be the first to admit I've had my eye on you longer than you've been acceptable to locate.
I always suspected as much of you.
Well, you're lucky I was able to send in the cavalry when I did.
No, don't worry about me. I'm quite self-sufficient on my own, as you might have noticed.
She's gonna just, before you kind of fully leave the dance floor and walk away, she's gonna dip you into a quick kiss and just go, I am well aware, and spin around, her little pink dress kind of poofing out, and skip away.
Franceska does just do like a quick glance around to see who noticed, like, I just kissed just a cop. Somebody's looking at me.
There's looks, there's muttering. You can see Sydney is now just staring at you. Kind of a little bit slack-jawed, as slack-jawed as a Ventru ever really gets.
Yeah, she gives a look around at the people who noticed that, and then just starts staring back at Sydney. And walking over to him.
He kind of composes himself on the chair, and I think that is probably going to be our stopping point for the day. As much as I want to do this forever, I must exist as a person. Part of me was just like, how long can I do this for? I'm like,
Yeah.
But it's asking a lot for both myself and the rest of my plans for the day, and you guys to just play games forever and ever and ever. But man, I'm having so much fun. This is a good party. I feel like I'm doing a good job. It's hard. There's so many NPCs.
You are doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have been doing quite a good job.
Yeah.
My big worry has just been like, okay, make sure these NPCs remain separate people and don't just become one voice with 1,000 heads. They all have different motivations and things that they will do. But yeah, excellent session today. As always, we will sort out XP after the stream has ended. I will just find us a raid. Anyone watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and all those other things that let us know that you are enjoying the things that we do. Because that's all we really care about, is doing a thing that makes people enjoy themselves, that people enjoy themselves playing, and people enjoy themselves watching. We will have a little search for somebody playing some TTRPGs. Daggerheart? Maybe Daggerheart. Anything else? You're in French, so no.
I mean, Brits rating French is nothing unheard of.
It's very true.
Little chevauché, bien bad.
Alrighty. Yeah, lovely session, guys.
It was great. I
Oh,
enjoyed
yeah.
it.
Great
Same.
end stream.